It is day 3 of your first and only professional volleyball league. This is the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of Philippine volleyball. And after we witnessed the debut of Choco Mucho, which ended up in a win against Black Mamba Army, we get to the second game of our Friday double dip. It is match 6 on day 3. The defending champions Chery Tiggo Crossovers versus the opening day winners, the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Another Pool A matchup live from the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center. We can't wait to get this going as the best scorer from the Thailand League on her second game here in the PVL, coming back from Thailand, going up against the recent Champions League MVP, KKD, the top scorer from the previous game. They go head-to-head today here at the Paco Arena, live on One Sports. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our exclusive coverage. My name is Boom Gonzalez, together with Paneng Mercado de Codec Swarter.
Yes.
I wanted to get that out of the way from the very start, and now that I did. Paneng, it's great to see you again.
Great to see you again, Boom. It's been a while.
And of course, Janine Choi will be joining us at the sidelines a little later on as she continues to work courtside for game number 2. Ang ganda naman ng bati sa'yo, Paneng. It's champion versus champion that will match up here when you come back to live volleyball.
I know that this is going to be a exciting and fun match kasi like what you mentioned, both teams have championship experience. So this is going to be a mahaba ba na game to or magiging maiksi na game? We will find out later.
All right, I can't wait. Let's first check out our updated Pool A standings, or pool standings in general, just so we see where the teams are at, Paneng, after 3 days of competition.
That's right. Here we're looking at the team standings. You know, Choco Mucho won their game kanina and with 1 win and 0 loss. And F2 Logistics Cargo Movers, they found a way to win their first game against the Black Mamba Army with 1 win and 0 loss. And Signal HD Spikers, 1 win, 0 loss. And Chery Tiggo, ito, coming from a surprising loss against the Signal HD Spikers via 4 sets. And Army with no wins pa sa ngayon. And on Pool B, we have Creamline and Petrogas, 1 win, 0 loss. And Valley Pure and PLDT with no wins pa sa ngayon. And it's also important to note, Boom, na sa quarterfinals, 4 lang na team from Pool A ang makakapasok, and also 4 teams from Pool B. So it's very vital for all teams to stay out of the bottom to prevent their team from being the first na ma-relegate sa classification round.
Which is Black Mamba Army right now with 0 and 2. Medyo, yun nga, yan yung mga ayaw mong simula sa ganitong klaseng format natin this conference. And of course, Chery Tiggo on court today doesn't want to go down there also. They want to bounce back with a win. Why? Because they lost their first game. The defending champions in a match that lasted 2 hours and 2 minutes. It is match number 2 officially of your PVL Open Conference. And this is what happened. Some of the highlights for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, who went down against a retooled Signal and a boosted Signal HD Spikers.
Oo, tama ka dyan, Boom. Actually, yung first game ng Chery Tiggo medyo baffling pa because there were a lot of experimenting with the lineup until finally they were able to end up with their closing lineup for the game. And kahit nung first set natalo yung Chery Tiggo, they were trailing early, but then yung mga errors nila, they cost them the second set. And Mylene Paat came in early from the bench on the second set, and yung very instrumental yung kanyang pagpasok because they were able to erase the lead of Signal by 20-18, and definitely napanalo nila yung set na yon. But nung third set, doon nag-collapse na yung Chery Tiggo, yung reception nila and floor defense fell apart. That's why the Signal HD Spikers took advantage of that and won the third set. Then yung fourth set, they started na close set yon, close yung mga scores na nagkaabot sila ng 15-16. But then again, error na naman for Chery Tiggo ang nag-cause sa kanila nung set na yun, and definitely Signal won the game.
Jasmine aboard with 26 excellent sets in that last matchup against the Signal HD Spikers. You talk about the errors, there were a ton of them. 36 errors para dun sa Chery Tiggo Crossovers. You also mentioned the player who came off the bench. Of course, napag-uusapan na yan na si Mylene Paat. I covered that last game, talked about it, the success that she's had in Thailand. She came in, quarantined herself. It wasn't a required quarantine, but you know, because she was coming from Thailand, she wanted to stay 5 days in Pangasinan. Her first practice with the Chery Tiggo Crossovers was just Monday. So she's not yet into the system. That's why Coach A used her second set onwards. But even in that short time, and then she was responsible for that second set win coming off the bench, Padeng.
That's right. You mentioned that she had to undergo quarantine for 5 days and hindi siya nakapag-training with the team. But then she showed pa din why she was the best scorer in the VTL. She wiped out some signature attacks and even her piped attacks improved a lot. During their game ng Signal HD, she scored 10 points all coming from attacks. But yun na nga, hindi para hopefully baka training pa ng mas madaming panahon si Mylene with the team para makapag-gel pa sila, bumalik pa yung kanyang conditioning. And you mentioned as well that they have to lessen their errors if they want to win this game against the laser-like execution of F2 Logistics, because previously during their game they had 36 and forced errors. That's a lot. You know, mahirap yun bawiin sa pag makakalaban mo ang F2.
36 errors, 14 of that came in the first set, and that was a downfall. You cannot, it's hard to win a match with 36 errors, especially if it's 4 sets lang, inilaro. And did not play in the first set. She came in the second set onwards, and she made an impact. Mylene Pat, let's listen to what she has to say coming into this matchup against F2.
Of course, unang-una dun sa pinag-aralan talaga namin is yung floor defense namin, kung paano namin i-resolve yung mga butas namin. So ayun, yun yung number 1 na pinag-aralan namin. Of course, yung yung kalaban namin, kung saan sila papalo, kung paano yung blocking system nila, and kung paano ang igagalaw namin inside the court, kung saan namin ipupunta yung mga palo namin. Lessons na nakuha ko doon, siguro yung laging sinasabi nila na let's enjoy the game. And of course, laging power kasi yung nasa isip ng parang power lagi yung pinapagawa sa akin. Though, nandun pa rin, be mindful sa lahat ng mga gagawin and be a leader, of course. Personal goal ko is syempre, hindi ko na iniisip magkaroon ng ng personal award talaga, yung individual award. Gusto ko lang talaga makatapak yung team namin sa podium, makarating kami sa podium.
Mylene Pat, defending champions, Coach A trying to bounce back, and it's going to be tough because it's going to be against another champion team, the recent winners of the Champions League. And actually, sila rin yung nakatalo sa Chery Tiggo, the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. 10 points from that girl on your screens, Manjoy Baron in their debut. And Taneng, the first official professional win by the first-timers and the newcomers here in the PVL F2. That's gotta feel good.
Yes, and they didn't disappoint. They won yung first 2 sets nila versus Army. Talagang they dominated those sets with 25-15, 25-18. And nahirapan na dun yung Army na makadikit or mapanalo yung sets na yon. But yung third set, they run into troubles. The Cargo Movers run into troubles. Army picked up the pace and lessened their errors. That's why Royce Tubino was able to power the Lady Troopers to a close set win. But yun na nga, nung fourth set naman, yung mga veterans naman ng Cargo Movers, parang nagising na sila na, kailangan natin mapanalo itong game na to. Nagtulong-tulong na sila. And it was just too much for the Lady Troopers. That's why they weren't able to survive that set. And definitely, the Cargo Movers won the game.
Iris Tolenada ended up with 27 excellent sets in that match. A lot of them went to that girl on your screens. Number 11, Kim Kiana D, powering them with 20 points in a match that lasted an hour and 53. And by the way, that was the match that opened up the PVL season. Your thoughts on the MVP KKD?
Yes, the undisputed Kim Kiana D. She tallied 20 points during their game sa Army with 15 attacks, 4 blocks, and 1 ace. She came out on fire and established herself as the ace for the Cargo Movers. That's why na-mention ko din yung 4 blocks ni Kiana. That's why she proved to be one of the best blockers in Philippine volleyball. And not just Kiana, the whole Cargo Movers, they were able to tally 10 blocks and 6 aces versus 1 single ace and no blocks from Army. So hindi lang dito sa mga department na to na blocking and service aces, we also have to give credit kay Don Macandili and Ara Galang, who were terrific defensively.
You're right.
They were able to gather 19 and 15 digs. So malaking tulong yon for the whole team. And ang nangyari na yon, for this game, the blocking, the defense, and the service, will that be enough to defeat the Chery Tiggo Crossovers?
Well, why not we find out from KKD herself or her thoughts about this impending matchup against the team that they beat in the last Champions League, the Chery Tiggo Crossovers.
We were very happy to finally get to play again as a team here to PVL for the first time. And siguro, we started slow. Marami pang adjustments na kailangan trabauhin. And then, ayan, we're going to adjust the next game. Game namin mamaya. Nothing specific naman, just our overall performance as a team. I don't take it as pressure naman. I guess everyone in the team knows sa sarili niya na everyone has to contribute. It's not just like me, we're a team, so we all have to contribute points.
I like the fact that you put it all in perspective. It's great to win, but it's also just as simply great to play volleyball again in this venue, she says, KKD, as we get it to our in-venue announcer for game number 2 of your Friday doubleheader.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Mark Anthony Santos. Second referee, Mr. Lumer Pajarillo. Let's call on the starting lineup from our F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Let's begin with our team captain, number 2, Abigail Maraño. At number 4, Ara Galang. Wearing jersey number 10, Mary Joy Baron. Number 11, Kim Kiana D. At number 15, Ernestine Tiamzon. And at number 23, Iris Janelle Tolenada. Libero, number 5, Dawn Nicole Macandili. Head coach, Mr. Benson Bokbok. Calling on our defending champions, Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Team captain wears number 4, Jasmine Nabor. At number 7, Mylene Paan. Wearing jersey number 11, Rashaya Adorador. Number 16, Aliona Denise Manabat. At number 17, Mary Joy Dacoron. And at number 22, Micah Angela Ortiz. Libero, number 23, Ria Beatriz Duremdes. Head coach, Mr. Aaron Velez.
This is the PVL 2022 Open Conference live and exclusive coverage on One Sports, your starting lineup for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers who want to add on the PVL as another championship. Ang dami na nilang championship sa mga ligang sinalihan nila Paning. Gusto nila idagdag itong Premier Volleyball League. And then, of course, the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, they want another crown back-to-back. That is, of course, the ultimate goal para dito sa Chery Tiggo Crossovers, the defending champions. A lot of people waiting for this matchup. A lot of people salivating for this matchup. And we can't blame them as KKD will go head-to-head with Mylene Paan, who will start today compared to the previous game.
Yes, that's right, Coop. Ito na nga, we're looking at the lineup now. Tall starting lineup for both teams. You have Bindin Santiago Manabat, Mylene Paat, and Ortiz on the front for Chery Tiggo.
Set number 1. Galang safely sends it over. Nabor to Ortiz. Galang was there. Tiamzon rolls it to the other side. Nabor opens up to Santiago Manabat. First rally is long and extended right away as expected. Manabat finds the corner. No.
That was outside for Dindin Santiago Manabat. Grabe yung defense on both teams. Talagang lahat sila nagko-contribute not just in defense but also in offense.
Look at her saying, hey, I got that point. You know, she's coming off an amazing season. She averaged 12.9 points in the elimination round last year. Umakyat yan ng 17.3 points in the second round or in the semis. Scored 19 points in game 1, scored 18 in game 2, scored 32 in game number 3 to win the championship. What a season for this girl who is on deck serving right now 1-1.
Grabe din yung leadership ni Dindin. Makita mo talaga, ang gagawin niya talaga lahat to score and to help the team win.
Bump set. Same here. And a miscalculation by KKD. As Chery Tiggo gets their first taste of the lead, 2-1. I want to say good day to everybody watching and listening, and all the platforms that you are following the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. And a first service error. That's a topic of conversation again para dito sa Chery Tiggo. Not just the service errors, but errors in general. 36 in the previous game.
36, malaki nga yun talaga. And they really need to lessen their errors if they want to win this game. Sa ngayon, makikita natin parang medyo nagkakapaan pa yung both teams. Hindi pa talaga sila nakakuha ng momentum since it's still early in the first set. But we're seeing a lot of errors na dito from Chery Tiggo. May service error and then miscalculated spike from Mylene Paat that sailed outside. So the point goes to F2 Logistics.
It's also noteworthy that we mentioned that Mylene Paat suffered cramps right at the end of that first game. Like at the last point, basically, almost. She went down, cramps. I had a chat with her right after the game. She was smiling. And she said, you know, ayan talaga, there's a difference with not being, a lot of people might say, paneng na, oh, why? She's been playing. She should be in game shape. But iba rin yung hindi ka nagpapahinga rin naman, paneng. You know, recovery is very important.
Yes, at yung mga mahaba na tulog and yung tamang pahinga for the athletes talaga, importante yun para makarecover. And yun na nga, like you mentioned, I think could be a conditioning issue na din for Mylene Paat.
For sure.
Yun na nga, nag-quarantine siya, hindi nakaka-training na maayos with the team. That's why we're still, we could say that she's still adjusting with the team now.
Right now it is 4-3 F2 with a quick lead. Lumer Pajarillo, our second referee, making sure that there's no slick spot. Of course, we want to make sure all the players, the athletes will be safe and healthy in this compact and compressed tournament or conference format. Tolenada, back set. Big pass to Adorador. And just a nice bump at the top of the net by Majoy Baron, who scored 10 points in the previous matchup. And now the lead is 5-3.
You can see a lot of variation from the offensive F2 Logistics. May mga hard spikes, may mga drop ball. Talagang binabasa nila yung positioning ng Chery Tiggo. Lahat sila nag-aabang na malalakas na palos. That's why hindi nila nakuha ni Ortiz yung drop ball ni Majoy.
The push by Paat leads to this one. And a chance ball para sa defending champions. Nabor will go back set to Paat, who goes down the line and paints it.
Strong and clean spike there from Mylene Paat. Nakita niya na bukas yung down the line niya, kaya doon na niya dinala yung palo niya. And sobrang pasok na pasok yung kanyang palo with authority from Mylene.
Bani Pangasinan native on deck, 4 serving 5. Tolenada, run and gun to Abby. Nabor, run and gun to Dacoron. Nice dive by Macandili. KKD skies and scores.
Single block there for Kim Kiana. Di na late doon si Dacoron, di na siya nakahabol sa blocking. Kaya libreng-libre yung cross-court ni Kiana. Doon na niya dinala yung kanyang palo. Ay, hindi na rin nabasa na maayos yun ni Mylene.
6 serving 4. Nabor opens up. Adorador, and somebody scratched the net, and it is Iris Tolenada who scrapes it for the error, which means an extra point for Chery Tiggo. Let's look at that from this side, left hand. (5-7-6). Send it out, another error. Remember, they had 14 in the first set of that match against the Signal HD Spikers.
And we know, F2 Logistics, magaling sila mag-receive. Kaya kailangan i-take advantage ito ni Chery, yun na wag mag-errors. Ni Chery Tiggo na wag mag-errors when they're in the service area.
It's an excellent point, especially with Galang and Makandili there on the other side.
Nahahatid nila na maayos yung reception nila kay Iris eh. Kaya almost perfect reception and madaling ma-distribute ni Iris yung bola sa mga spikers niya.
First technical timeout and F2 is ahead by 3. Let's look at that bit of action first. Tiamzon.
Tiamzon used her blockers na si Dakoro. Nakita niya yung cross court. Sarado yung down the line ni Tim Tiamzon. That's why dinala na niyan sa cross court yung spike.
Take a break and we will be back. We're back with the PVL 2022 Open Conference at the Paco Arena. Sulit sayang inyong panonood kasama ang Sulit TV, entertainment, sports, news, and information. Nandito lahat. Mapapanood ang TV5, One Sports, One PH at lahat ng free-to-air channels. Siksik na, digital at malinaw pa sa halagang 780 pesos lang. Maog lang sa 0288885555 o maaari ring pumunta sa piling authorized stores nationwide. Mabibili rin sa Shopee at Lazada. Bisitahin ang Sulit TV Facebook page para sa iba pang mga detalye. Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Pili na ng Sulit TV, powered by TV5. Let's quickly go to Janine Choi. Janine.
For Z Hervasio as athletes, every game and every conference is a restart. And for her to avoid complacency and to stay competitive, her challenge for herself is to think that she's only as good as her last game. In fact, despite their dominating win against the Army Lady Troopers, Z said that she had a lot of takeaway learnings, including to communicate more and to commit less service errors. Coach Ramil De Jesus also constantly reminds the girls that the F2 team is still in the path of growth. So they need to stay patient and keep working on having a more fluid and more cohesive movement in today's ball game and in their games to come. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Janine. Z Hervasio, together with Jess Maramos, got some court time in the third set of F2 against Black Bamba Army. You see her right there beside Remke Ealing and Luis Clemente. And that was the set that they lost, but eventually won in 4 as Tiamzon keeps it in play with the foot. Ortiz. KKD from the back. The rainbow dig. Nabor is denied by Tiamzon.
We have to give credit there to Tin Tiamzon. Grabe yung save niya na yon sa bola. She used her right foot to save that ball. And kailangan natin i-mention na hindi lang pang braso or kahit anong part ng katawan ng player, good ball yan.
Yes.
Basta mataas nila yung bola.
And then, of course, the conversion by F2 to give them a 2-point lead. But in the meantime, Chery keeps in step with them, 8-9. Michael Ortiz with a great start here for the defending champions. Jasmine Nabor, 26 excellent sets and 5 so far. Tiamzon, Torrentes was there. Bad tries to be creative with that one. Baron, unable to put it away. Chance ball para sa F2. Binigay kay KKD. Open to Tiamzon. And that is in.
Above the blocker, si Tim Zondon, ang ganda ng spike niya na talagang yun yung mga mahirap depensahan na yung yung bola pag ibabaw sa blockers or in between the blockers, yun yung mga pag sa defenders nahihirapan sila pumwesto kung saan nila hahanapin yung defensive pattern nila.
Iris Tolenada delivering the serve. Paat on the opposite side. That's a point. As a touch by Majoy Baron, nahuli ni Lumer Pajarillo, ang ating second referee. Giving the point to Chery Tiggo. Let's look at that again. Sumayat.
I think it was the hair of Kiana. So, yun na, as mentioned, hindi lang braso, hindi lang, pati yung buhok. Ano na yun, counted na rin yun as a net touch.
Nice recovery there. Back set. And Paat, again, able to put it away.
I mean, Pat used the hands of her blockers. Pinwersa na niya yung palo niya para tumalsik yung bola. Hindi naka-establish na maayos yung blockers din ng F2. That was Kiana and Majoy for the front line of F2.
Dindin Santiago, who joined Mylene Paat in Thailand almost a month after the second leg of that league. It's back here. Pipe attack is too low para kay Dindin. Parang ano nangyari doon sa play na yun? Oh, mababa ba yung pasa o mali ba yung take-off ni Dindin?
I think it was the set from Nabor na it was too close to the net. Dindin was in the back line. So pag backline yung sasetan mo, at least sa back row na linya, na sakto doon, or kung saan comfortable yung spiker mo, na yung set para mag-work doon sa play na yon. And sometimes then, yung spiker hindi rin ready na ibibigay sa kanya yung bola. But it's important na you should always be ready. Kahit na feeling mo hindi siya masiset sa'yo, kailangan mo isipin na isiset siya sa'yo para anytime maisipan ng setter na maset yung bola sa'yo, you are there and ready to deliver for the team.
Dikitan tayo dito, 11 all, and now the tie broken by KKD.
Ang ganda ng palo na yon ni Kiana. Looking at the replay, sobrang ibabaw din yung palo niya. Ang ganda ng execution. Na-late ulit si Dacaron sa blocking na yon. That's why nakita ni Kiana open yung kanyang cross court.
Iris Tolenada today really showing that she's, you know, like humming with her spikers.
Yeah, kita mo yung distribution ni Iris Tolenada. Kasi lahat ng spikers niya, pinapagana niya. May middle, open. Even the backline. Makikita natin si Ara kanina nag-backline.
And Coach Bok told me earlier, prior to the game, that they're still trying to ease her in and making a compromise yung nakasanayan ni Iris sa US na very fast balls and fast setting to the Philippine kind of volleyball na slower pacing and higher setting. And sabi niya, if they can find a compromise between that, that would be good. And right now, this is what we're seeing para kay Iris Tolenada, setting up people like KKD.
Yes, you mentioned na nga na before mabilis pa siya mag-set di ba? Parang US style of setting. But now makita natin talagang dahan-dahan na siya mag-set, na dadala niya na maayos yung set niya sa mga spikers kung saan sila comfortable. That's why they were able to, like yung mga cross na yung blocker ng kalaban na delayed because nahirapan na silang basahin yung mga sets ni Iris. And yung mga spikers naman niya, nadadala na kung saan nila gustong paluin yung bola.
But there have been some errors here in this match, kaya dikita tayo dito, 13 all. And Shaya Dorador serving it up. Iris hinabol. Nabor. Tacoron. Maranyo cannot put it away. Adorador off speed. Macandili, secondary setter. Nabor chases. Santiago long on the cross court.
That set was too low for Manabat. Medyo wala yun sa comfort zone ni Dindin. And Dindin is tall. So, I guess mas okay na mataas yung set sa kanya para mapadaan din niya yung bola niya above the blockers or kahit malate yung middle blockers ng kalaban.
What a match so far, Paneng. 13-14. Iris. Abby. Checking it out, gets the high five from Coach Bok. 15-13. And it will be Aragalang serving it up as Coach A will call a timeout. Let's listen in.
Ito lang tama na, sa kanya ako magpo-focus basta alam natin, magandang pasa, within 3 meters area, maintain Shaya. Everyone ngayon, yung pagdating mo dun sa set, maganda yung pwesto. Pag kay Dindin, inaabot niya kasi sa ibabaw. Antena-antena lang. Joy, kailangan natin talagang tumalon ngayon. Kasi maganda na yung hatid, bumibilis na yung set niya. Ngayon, ikaw mag-adjust dun sa pace. Lamang tayo. Left and right, left and right. Tapos ngayon yung drop ball nila, tinutungkab lang Let's go, let's go.
Let's go!
Fully Live, Champions for Life. Abangan ng pagbabalik ng UAAP at panoorin ang Season 84 Men's Basketball simula March 26 tuwing Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Live sa One Sports and UAAP Varsity Channel. Available on Signal TV Channel 263 HD and on Signal Play. In the meantime, 15-13 for the F2 Logistics against Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Galang with another dig. Tiamzon approaches. Oh, nobody getting the second ball. What happened there, Paneng? Teka, explain it to me when we come back after this timeout and after we see what happened in this sequence. I want Paneng will explain to us what was the mistake in that sequence. But it's 16-13 for the F2 Logistics. The PVL 2022 Open Conference is available on One Sports and in high definition on One Sports Plus, Signal TV, and Channel 261. Paneng, tell us what happened in that previous play.
Sayang yung save na yon, ang good defense from Chery Tiggo. Ang pass ng bola, looking at the replay, here a spike from Tiamzon. Ang ganda nung defense ni Adorador, but Nabor was not able to get that second ball. Actually, it's the setter's job to get that ball, but then she shouted for help kay Dacoron. Maybe na-late siya or naharangan siya ni Dacoron, but it was not enough. Hindi siya narinig ng mga teammates niya. But sometimes that happens, no, na hindi naaabutan ng setter yung second ball. That's why yung mga spike, yung ibang teammates niya, yun yung nakaabang to help the setter.
This is the biggest lead. Sorry, go ahead. Paneng.
Yeah, but yun nga yung nangyari. Lahat sila waiting for Nabor na hindi nakaset. So sayang din yung save na yun.
Which leads to the biggest lead of the set, which was at 4. At umangat pa ngayon to 5. A little separation now between F2 and Chery Tiggo, 18-13.
Ang ganda ng cross-court na to ni Tiamzon. Nakita niya, sarado na yung down the line niya. Nabor was there and the Coron was late once again for the blocking. And ito na yung naging problema ng Chery Tiggo. Maganda yung start nila, dumidikit sila sa kalaban, but pagpatapos na yung set or nearing the end of the set, dun sila medyo nagko-collapse. Ngayon, hindi na sila masyadong nag-uusap sa isa't isa. Parang yung teamwork nila nawawala and dun nabubuhayan yung F2 ngayon. Kita mo tuloy-tuloy na yung mga scorings and every time they make errors, for sure may pampawi sila.
Nagpapatuloy ang bulusok ng F2 Logistics, 19-13, and Coach A calls another timeout.
A-back lang or tumbak. Okay? Ngayon, kapag halimbawa lumayo ang bola, bigyan natin sa back row para hindi natin mapwersa. Huwag natin i-challenge masyado yung corner pocket, nakahanda. Okay? Manlagay, ito ang kailangan natin talaga. Maganda na nakakapwesto yung block. Timing na. Kasi ang ginagawa kanina, di ba, placement over the block. Ngayon, ang ginagawa na, tooling the block. So, kailangan talaga tsagaan natin. Konti lang yan. Tinitraining natin yan. So, konti lang sa pasa.
Paneng, can you explain to us what Coach A was there, if you got what he was saying?
He was saying na yung blocking talaga, kailangan nilang kailangan nilang patibayin. Kanina yung middle blockers na nalilate sa mga blockings and then napapansin na yon ng F2 Logistics. That's why now they're tooling the blockers naman. Ginagamit nila yung mga braso ng blockers nila. Kaya makikita natin yung mga bola puro tumatalsik sa blockers, sa kamay ng Chery Tiggo. And then puro check out, cross court. So ang daming naiiwasan na nila or nagagamit na talaga nila yung blockers ng Chery. So this is something na strength din nito ng F2 Logistics because yan yung mga pinapractice din nila as what Coach Aaron mentioned. Pinapractice nila for sure na gamitin yung blockers, paano mo utakan yung mga blockers mo. So they need to show that in this set. Dahil malaki na nga yung lamang F2 with 7 points lead na.
Humugot na si Coach A dito. Elaine Casilag is in, but this rally is continuing right now at 21-13. Earlier, I just mentioned, hey, we got a tight ball game at 11 all, and then all of a sudden, it is 21-13.
Yeah, ang ganda na yun ng placement ni Abby Maranyo. Ito na nga yung nagiging problema ng Chery. Nakikita mo sa body language nila ngayon na parang hindi na nila na-enjoy itong first set. Parang nagkakanya-kanya na sila. No one's talking to one another. No one's encouraging one another to perform better and to help one another to win this set.
It's a four-car pileup right there at the F2 lane with all of them wanting to get that ball. Nevertheless, that stops the 10-2 run. Let's look at that again, Pineng.
Yan yung gusto nating makita na teamwork. Talagang lahat nagtutulong-tulong. You know, 4 cargo movers are there trying to save that ball. Mataas lang. Talagang babato na nila yung mga katawan nila para lang mataas yung bola.
Yeah, this is not helping right now para sa Chery Tiggo. Another service error to reward or award a point to the F2 Logistics cargo movers. It's an 11-3 run as we speak. 22-14 is the score.
It's 23-14. Good service ace there from Abby. For sure, pinapractice din ito ng F2 or not just F2 but also for Chery on how to target the receivers ng kalaban. Dahil kailangan mong isipin kung saan kayo mas madaling makakakuha ng puntos.
And even last conference, si Shaya Doradora has been a target of a lot of teams, and until now, obviously F2, kahit baguhan yan dito sa Premier Volleyball League, I'm sure, you know, they do their homework. You know this very much, Paneng, so they're still going to what they think or who they perceive as the weakest in terms of receiving, as this will be an error. Lumer Pajarillo says it hit the side already, or the antenna. Iris Tolenada says nope. But the point will go now to Chery Tiggo, 23-16. That 12-3 run was painful para sa Chery Tiggo. After tayo nag-tie ng 11 all, yan po ang nangyari. And F2 will call a timeout. This is Coach Bok this time. Trying to make sure of an offensive play. Let's listen in.
Whatever happens, okay? Hindi pa nila nakukuha yung range nila sa service eh. So ilalagay lang. Expect nyo, tatapat yun, matatapatan nyo. Okay? Opensa tayo. After pasa, opensa, kuha tayo ng puntos. Okay, go.
Let's go.
Coach
F2,
Benson
move it.
Bok telling me earlier that his mission here as he quote-unquote takes over from Coach Ramil are 3 things. 1, to strengthen the bond of the team as they go through this tournament. 2, to improve the cohesion with the new setter, of course, Iris at the helm. And then 3, and this is the most important one, is to make sure that they go through the tournament healthy. Because this is the first time that F2 is going through a tournament like this, yung compressed schedule. Hindi sanay, pero yun ang trabaho ng coach, i-manage din yung health, Paneng.
Yeah, parang every day or every other day may laro yung mga teams, no? So very important yung makakuha sila ng proper recovery. And that's the job of the coaches on how to help the team recover agad and maybe confidence. And mahaba pa tayo magkakasama. So recovery and their conditioning is very important.
How about that? Tiamzon with 8 points already in this set on 6 attacks, and now a set point for the cargo movers. And that's out. Iris did not hit the ball, and that will be it. Yes, that will be it officially. First referee Mark Santos awards the point to the F2 Logistics over the Chery Tiggo Crossovers 25-16 here in game number 2 of your Friday Double Dip. We're back inside the Paco Arena and Sports Center. Chery Tiggo loses the first set 16, F2 Logistics 25, F2 basically finishing the set the 14-5 run. Let's look at the set 1 highlights. Most of them obviously going to F2 Paning. I hate to sound like a broken record, pero tapla tayo at 11. What happened since then?
Doon, nakita na natin na nag-trail na si F2 Logistics. Talagang they took advantage. And we know the attitude of F2 Logistics na talagang palaban sila na hindi sila basta-basta hihinto sa trabaho na gagawin nila. They'll do everything na maiwanan yung scores nung kalaban nila. And makita natin sa set 1, yung attack scores nila, they got 12 attack scores versus 6 ng Chery. Nung block, same lang, 1 into 1. And their errors, actually same lang. They got 9 offense errors. But yung sa service aces, you know, F2 Logistics is a good serving team. They got 3 service aces versus none of Chery Tiggo. And yung sa Chery naman, nakita natin ang daming naging errors. Not just in the service area, but yung support ng team sa setter, like yung kay Nabor, yung defense. And there were a lot of spike errors then. Ang daming outside. Na-overcook nila yung palo nila. And I think there was a giggle factor na din, or maybe na pressure na din sila because ang laki na ng lamang ng F2. But that's something na kailangan nilang iwasan na Chery Tiggo, na dumikit lang sila ng score, magtiwala lang sila sa isa't isa, sa teammates nila. For sure, makakadikit pa sila until the end of the game, until the end of the set, and definitely win the set then.
Service aces, just as a footnote, as you saw there, the F2 Logistics, who were led by the 8 points of Tin Tiamzon, had 6 service aces in their previous game. Chery Tiggo only had 3 in their previous game. So nothing so far from the side of Chery Tiggo. Halfway na ang F2 with 3. Just a little footnote as we begin set number 2 live here on One Sports. Boom Gonzalez and Paning Mercado de Conan Suarte with us, 3-time UAAP champion, breaking down the action for you. Janine Choi, of course, working the sidelines here at the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in the heart of Manila. And Majoy Baron finding the heart of that defense, which was open, and scoring the first point here for F2.
We saw a lot of drop shots from Majoy Baron nung first set. And yun yung hanggang ngayon na hindi pa nababasa ng crossovers, because all of them were expecting na for sure papalo ng malakas itong cargo movers. But yun na nga, another one is service ace na din from Abby Maraño. You know, nung first set, she got 3 points, and 2 points from that was service aces. And ito kailangan tibayan ng crossovers yung kanilang reception, kasi they won't be able to set up plays nung kay Nabor, hindi na madidistribute yung bola sa spikers. So mahihirapan sila na makakuha ng points dito.
Grabe ng depensa na F2 right now. Bumabalik, umaakyat talaga lagi yung bola kahit sa mga palo nila Santiago at Paat as Galang sends it over. It is 2-0 here. Again, ball still in play. Up to Santiago. Tiamzon was there for coverage. The joust, And it is won by Dindin Santiago Manabat. A net touch by Iris Tolenada. Let's look at that again. The joust between her and Dindin Santiago Manabat. Iris Tolenada, born to a mom from Baler and the dad from Tarlac. So yung mom niya, Baler Aurora, ang pamilya, tatay naman mula sa Tarlac. Then grew up in California. As the Phil Canadian Tim Tianzon finds another hole there at the back row and gets them to 3-1 here in set number 2. She has been on fire. 9 points, if I'm not mistaken, right now.
Yeah, no, first set, actually, she was the top scorer for the Cargo Movers with 8 points. Nakita natin yung variation ni Tim Tianzon, na over the blockers, in between the blockers, and even ginagamit na rin niya yung blockers na ngayon sa kanyang placements ng mga palo. And we know that her strength sa spike is yung cross-court spikes niya. That's why madami tayo nakikitang cross-court. So far, wala pang down the line from Tim Tianzon, but she's doing very well since the start of this game.
4-1 is our score. And F2 right now is humming like a well-oiled machine as Tolenada continues to serve for the Cargo Movers. Pass is denied by KKD. That was the matchup that we talked about at the start. At the pregame, Mylene Pad, Thailand's best scorer, KKD, the Champions League MVP. And in that sequence, at the very least, it is KKD who wins that one.
Sobrang ganda ng positioning na yon ni Kim Kiana D. As in, basang-basa niya yung palo ni Mylene Pa at a solid block for her.
Hindi lahat natin gagawin sa setter natin. Oh. Maganda yung basa. Lahat tayo yung pinag-usapan natin. Kaya nga lang, yung mechanical natin, nagmamadali tayo. Tingnan din natin baka pwesto si setter. Especially pag nasa likod. Kaya, good na nakakapasa tayo. Atake natin.
Tough start here para sa Chery Tiggo. Another quick timeout by Coach A. They lost in the Champions League against this team, F2. Of course, totally different tournament, different circumstances. No judges Santiago in that matchup, but they had Kalei Mao atong F2 at that time. So Kalei now obviously not playing as she is in the US. Jaja is in Japan playing. So I'm sure even for F2, they kind of want to prove, hey, even without Kalei Mao, we want to win this matchup again. And this girl has been doing so well all around for Coach Bob.
Yeah, not just Iris Tolenada. Actually, the whole Cargo Movers. Ang ganda ng pinapakita nila ngayon, not just in the offense side, but also in defense. From our angle, boom, kita natin, ang bibilis kumilos nitong Cargo Movers, ha. Talagang, andyan yung coverage nila and yung pagbasa nila sa opponents nila. Talagang on point. And every time they make an error, may bawi sila kagad sa score nila. And going back naman kay Coach Aaron, ni-remind niya yung mga girls niya na nagmamadali sila. And yung reception nila, medyo nahihirapan sila sa reception ngayon. That's why wala silang atake. Kita natin yung misreceives, minsan yung second ball walang kumukuha, papalo yung teammate nila, walang coverage. So, maganda yung timeout na yon and ni-remind ni Coach Aaron yung kanyang team.
Taya Dorodor take over the serving duties from Dindin Santiago Manabat. By the way, EJ Laure starts the second set para dito sa Chery Tiggo. They're down 4. Laure. Tolenada able to get a hand on it. Chance ball for the defending champions. Who are they going to go to? Nabor to the running. And they're going to call, was it a lift? Was it a catch and throw?
I think it was a double violation.
Double contact.
Yeah, double contact. Hindi pantay doon yung kamay ni Nabor, kaya nahuli yan ng ating first referee. Medyo tumagal din sa palad niya yung bola.
11 excellent sets for her in the first set. 6 para kay Tolenada. That was a better set and a better spike for Mylene Pad.
Mylene Pad trying everything na makakuha ng puntos for the team. Ginamit na niya yung braso doon ni Majoy Baron. Pinaikot na ni Nabor. Pinapalo na siya sa middle ng Chery. Actually, mas makaka-execute na maayos si Nabor pag may magandang reception or defense yung crossovers. Na yun yung medyo nahihirapan sila sa ngayon.
Nice pick up there by Pat. Easy pickings for Makandili. Nice coverage by Tolenada. Galang, checked by the double block. Chance ball. Nabor. Tacoron. Hule. Open. EJ will go down the line, and Tolenada was there for the dig. KKD again. Longest rally of the second set so far. Pat off speed. What a smart play by Mylene Pat.
Yeah, it was a miscommunication there from Iris and Don Makandili. Actually, si Don, ano na siya, paabante na, kukunin niya yung bola, pero tinignan na muna si Iris, kaya medyo napa-hesitate siya to get that ball. And we know Don Makandili, kahit gaano kalaki yung butas niya sa gitna ng court, talagang magda-dive siya, kukunin niya yung bola to save that point. But yun na nga, nagkaroon ng miscommunication on their side.
Galang easily checked by Tacoron at the net. The block, so that will be 5. Be serving 7. It will be Ortiz. As kumapit ang Chery Tiggo dito. They were down 4 earlier, no? 1-5. They cut the lead down. You know, if there's one thing that Chery Tiggo showed in the previous conference, it's that natuto silang kumapit. They learned how to keep coming back at teams. At ayun na nga, that's what they have done here. They have cut that lead down to 1, and Coach Benson Bokbok will call this timeout.
Isa kayong akin, hindi 4 na puntos na yun. Ha? Pwestuhan nyo, dahan-dahan ng pagtaas ng bola, convert tayo ng atake. You cannot steal the ball outside. You use the other spikers. 3 spikers in front. Ha? Ara, nasa harap ka, meron ka pang 1 more yung back door. Okay, don't focus on the wing. Okay, focus on the others.
Let's go.
A relationship also that Coach Bok has had with Iris Telenada stems from 2015 pa pala. Nalaman na Iris told me that they've known each other since that year when Iris came to the Philippines, and they share the same coaching philosophies. You know, Iris coaches 3 teams in the States before she came over, 2 high school clubs and a college. So may coaching mentality si Iris that Coach Bok saw in her. And nagkakasundo daw sila pagdating sa philosophies in terms of the coaching. 8-6 is the score. F2 Logistics able to score after that timeout. Let's look at what happened there quickly, Paneng.
Yeah, si Kim Kiana, yun na nga nagiging problema nitong Chery Tiggo, di ba? Yung defense nila, nahihirapan na sila kuhanin yung bola. So that's something na tinitake advantage ngayon ng Cargo Movers.
We'll take a break. We'll talk more about this game when we come back. Sulit saya ang inyong panonood kasama ang Sulit TV. Entertainment, sports, news, and information. Andito lahat. Papanood ang TV5, One Sports, One PH at lahat ng free-to-air channels. Siksik na, digital at malinaw pa sa halagang 780 pesos lang. Tumawag lang sa 0288885555 o maaari rin pumunta sa piling authorized stores nationwide. Mabibili rin sa Shopee at Lazada. Bisitahin ang Sulit TV Facebook page para sa iba pang detalye. Kaya ano pang hinihintay mo? Bili ng Sulit TV powered by TV5. Let's not wait any longer and go to Janine Choi right now. Janine, what do you have for us?
Coming into this game, Chery Tiggo has already anticipated that F2 is a very powerful team with their strong serves and solid blocks. For Mylene Pa, at this game comes as an extra challenge for her. Ang sabi niya, having a tough opponent like F2, hindi lang power ang kailangan sa atake, pero utak rin kung saan dadalhin ang bola dahil establish ang blocks ng F2. That's why in this second set, expect Mylene and the rest of the seniors to not give up and continue fighting here in the court. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Janine. Yun na nga, tama. Right on cue. You said that EJ Laure targeted the block. And went out, and EJ scored 9 points in her comeback here with Chery Tiggo. Although another error there by Mike, a service error this time for the former Adamson standout.
Yeah, yun yung sayang sa Chery Tiggo. Ang ganda na nakakadikit sila ng score ngayon sa F2, but then in the service area, nakukuha sila ng errors.
Sisira yung momentum
Oo,
nila.
nasisira yung momentum nila. And maganda yung ginawa ni EJ Laure na spike na yun kanina na nakita niya, ang laki ng blockers niya. KKD was there, Abby Maranyo was there. So she was able to spike the ball palabas. Kaya yun, mas madali na yon for the spikers and okay yon for the team dahil nakakataas din yon ng moral actually na makakuha ng mga ganong klaseng puntos against a good blocking team like Cargo Movers.
Ganun din ginawa ni Abby. Sinagot niya with the same spike of checkout. Gets a thumbs up from Coach Bok. Galang, hinabol. Opportunity here for Chery Tiggo. Nabor will go open. Cross court. Makandili. Galang over the blockers. Nabor. Tacoron off speed. Iris to KKD with the push. Nabor. Paat. Tiamzon keeps it up. That's an error. And Abby Maranyo closes it. The captain gives them a 3-point lead, 11-8.
That was actually good defense from both teams, but then nakita natin yung miscommunication sa Chery Tiggo. You know, si Mylene siya na yung nakatoka, kumuha ng mga soft spikes. And kasi nandun na siya sa pwesto, side support na siya sa loob. And nakita, nag-drop shot doon si Ara Galang. Kaya nagkaroon sila ng miscommunication ni Duremdes. Nakataas na yung kamay ni Mylene pero nag-hesitate siya kunin yung bola and nag-expect si Duremdes doon na kukunin ni Mylene but unfortunately nagkaroon ng problema on that side.
Back to live action here at the Paco Arena Sports and Events Center. Maranyo hinatid sa gitna and a donut hold for the Chery Tiggo offense. And again, some separation here. Sorry, Chery Tiggo defense rather. Look at that. Right in the middle. Nice touch and just perfect clearance on that drop shot.
Sobra, and then yun na nga, same na nangyari kanina nung previous score ni Cargo Movers na may problema sa depensa ng Chery Tiggo. Nakita mo, hindi na naman sila nag-uusap. They're having miscommunications. Yung mga pwesto nila nakakalimutan nila. The side support na kukuha ng mga drop ball, hindi nila nagagawa yung trabaho nila. Yung mga easy na bola, sana na gano'n na drop shot na madali nang kunin and mas mag-benefit sa team nila. Yun yung mga nalalampasan na hindi nila nagagawa ng paraan. Kaya ngayon, kanina, tayo na yung score nila, but now, ahead na si F2 ng 3 points.
Julia Angeles in there for defense para sa Chery. EJ Lauder with the serve. Galang. Angeles. The push. Didn't touch anyone. Lumer Pajarillo is looking and talking to F2. But no, there is a ball touch, so a point will go to Chery Tiggo. And Shaya Adorador will be credited for that point. 10 will be serving 12. And it is the former UST standout who, as we said in previous match, will forgo her season 84 stint and maybe even season 85 as she was still eligible for that. But now she turned pro. January 28, 2022 is the official date. She announced that she will be back with a team that she was a part of all the way from 2016. The franchise of Chery Tiggo, at the time known as Photon. 13 serving 10. Maranyo. Galang. Iris. Oh! What a play! Abby Maranyo. And that ball is still smoking from that attack.
Yan yung mga gusto na set ni Abby Maranyo na mabilis na back slide. That's her forte, actually yung slide. Bapa long man yan or short, yan yung favorite ni Abby. And ang ganda nung reception na rin na yun and execution ni Iris. And talagang nahuli yung blockers ng Chery.
If there's any doubt about Iris Tolenada and her cohesion with this team as Kim Fajardo watches here at the arena, well, she's putting that to rest as Damzon Torrebdes able to dig. Sisigawan ng mga tao dito sa Paco Arena. The officials from both teams. Sinara ng pinto. Tacoron with the stop block on Din Tiamzon. It will be 11 serving 14. Let's look at that defensive gem.
Ang ganda ng establishment ng blocking ng Chery Tiggo.
Yes.
Perfect timing, perfect positioning for Tacoron and Nabor. So, dikit. Walang madadaanan ng bola kay Din Tiamzon.
EJ hinabol. Bump set. Adorador. There's coverage there. It is not over. It is a net block for Adorador. So back to a 4-point lead. 15 will be serving 11. The captain, Abby Maraño, marches to the service deck confidently. Serves it to EJ. Over receives it a little, pero nanalo si Nabor dun sa joust against Majoy Baron. They got a little lucky there in terms of that net battle. 12 will be serving 15. Let me correct myself. I said earlier that Iris Tolenada was coaching 2 high school clubs and a college before she came over to the Philippines. No, 2 high school clubs and a high school team in Santa Clara University. Yan. Just to clean up that mistake. It will be 13-15 now and a hitting error by KKD. Coach Bok on your screens. Looking at the 2-point lead. Down from 4, cut in half. Tiamzon goes long. EJ will bump it. Shaya uses the net and KKD was there to dive. Tiamzon again. Nabor, back set. And that's Arian Layug who just came in a few minutes ago, giving some bench points to Chery Tiggo.
Yeah, looking at the replay, ang ganda ng set na yun ni Nabor and pinadaan sa down the line ni Layug. Yun yung wala kanina sa Chery Tiggo. Usually puro cross-court, puro over the blocker. That's why na-overcook nila yung palo nila. And now nakita ni Layug, open na open yung kanyang down the line. Kaya doon niya dinala yung bola. And a miss block there by Aristolanada from Micah Ortiz.
Again, between these two teams, F2 making a run, but Chery Tiggo answering with its own run, tying the ball game at 15. Majoy gets them to the second technical timeout. Another great set by Iris Tolenada, 16-15. This is your PVL live on One Sports as we look at Majoy Baron over Micah Ortiz. This is the heart of volleyball. We'll be back in the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center after these. One Sports is available for free on Signal Play. One Sports Plus is available on Signal Play Premium for 75 pesos a month. Luke Gonzalez here with Panay Mercado and Iconic Suwarter. 3-time UAP champion. How are you liking the match so far? I love saying that. Sorry, Panay. I covered your whole college career, and you know I've missed playing, watching you live here. But you know, volleyball's loss is the TV broadcast game as you are now breaking the action. How are you liking the match so far?
Ang ganda ng game ngayon, Boom. Talaga. So, match sila kung tutuusin dahil ngayon nagkakaabot sila sa mga scores. Lalamang si F2 pero si Chery Tiggo didikit. So, sa ngayon makikita natin na evenly matched yung both teams. But ang nagkakaroon na lang ngayon ng difference is yung mga unforced errors. Dumadami yung unforced errors ng Chery Tiggo, si F2 Logistics nagkakaroon din ng errors like now service error from Iris. So parang sa ngayon second set na pero nagkakapaan pa rin sila kung sino ang makakuha ng mas magandang momentum to win this set.
15 excellent digs, by the way, kung hindi nyo napansin. Don Macandili, the ever reliable. In the meantime, 16-17 off the service error, as Paneng mentioned. Shaya Adorador. Back-to-back here. Yun yung masakit, no? Again, you're killing your own momentum as you look at Coach A. I'm sure internally is not liking that moment right now, 16-18.
Yeah, in the service area, you're allowed naman to have 8 seconds bago ka mag-serve. So, I think the players should take their time, mag-relax muna, breathe in, breathe out bago mag-serve. Because, alam mo yung ginagawa nyo lahat para makadikit yung score. You know, yung hirap na pinagdadaanan nyo to save the ball. But then, pagdating sa service area, parang kalaban mo na lang sarili mo eh.
Say, one lines person says it's out, the other one says check. So they're going to award it to F2. So it's 19-16. Chery Tiggo calls another timeout. At dulo na tayo dito ng ating second set. So importante to, Coach A.
Ginagawa naman natin, kinukwento ko lang, tinutulungan ko kayo kung ayaw nyo talaga magsalita. It's fine. Nababasa talaga. Kasi nangyayari sa atin, para meron tayong iniisip na mangyayari. Where in fact, tingnan natin yung sitwasyon. Biro mo ang layo na nila, hindi na natin kailangan mag-sobrang palo ng block. Diba? Umaatras tayo pero for hard ball. Eh bumaba yung siko. Diba nakikita natin yun? Kwento na natin. Ready?
Service errors just to keep count. 6 for Chery Tiggo. F2 with 4. Kanina si Don Macandili, 15 excellent digs. Ngayon naman, Buding Duremdes with 10 excellent digs. I'll go back to your point about the 8 seconds that given for service. A lot of people forget that, Paneng, that there are 8 seconds. And actually, minsan, the first referees are actually more generous mga sometimes with that 8 seconds. You know that it takes longer for some players.
Oo, actually, madami ka talagang oras dyan sa service area. Nakakalimutan na din yan minsan ng mga players. Maski kami, pag nasa service area kami, gusto na lang namin mag-serve. But, you know, sa situation ngayon na humahabol yung team nyo sa score ng kalaban ay nagkukuha kayo ng momentum, it's very important na you take the scoring one at a time, the points one at a time. Huwag kayong magmamadali dahil yan yung madaling makahatak ng momentum pababa or ng confidence ng team.
Katulad nun, service ace, Don Macandili with a rare receiving error. Ortiz gets a service ace. So now, 18 will be serving 19. Kumakapit na naman. Etong defending champions. Macandili with a perfect receive this time though. Saves it. And a chance for Chery Tiggo to tie. They open up to EJ. EJ dug up by Tolenada. Tiamzon will make something out of that. Nabor quickly to Dacoron, who is rejected at the net. Back set to EJ, cross court. Tolenada to Galang. Galang pushes it to the other side. Pipe attack is checked and denied by Joy Baron.
Yeah, sayang yung pipe attack na yun. Actually, on our angle, makikita natin na medyo pasok sa loob yung palo or hindi maayos yung pagbibigay ng set kay Adorador. Kaya nahirapan siya mag-adjust dun sa bola.
2-point lead. It's Joy Baron now. 5 points so far. She had 10 in the previous match. That will go out. And a 3-point lead now for F2 Logistics, who are looking for their second straight win in this PVL 2022 Open Conference. The first foray into the professional league. Good serve. Tiamzon with a dig. Buding. And a chance ball. Easy over. Galang. Nabor will open to the other side. EJ, who loves to go cross court, is checked by Baron. Tiamzon from the back. Buding will set it up. Layug. But Abby says no. Oh! And KKD at napakamot na lang.
Yeah,
Si
medyo
Coach Bokbok.
nag-hesitate doon si Kiana sa spike na yun. Sayang because ang ganda ng defense ng both teams.
Yes,
And
good rally.
Yeah, it was a good rally. Grabe yung mga paluan, yung defense and coverage. There was one point din na si Iris na patted pa nga kay Kiana. But then yung support ni Maranyo and ni Ara was there.
Biggest lead of this set was 4 rather. Shaya. Tiamzon with a dive. Nabor will pick EJ. EJ will score. Laude off the bench today. Cutting this lead down to 21-20. Remember, F2 took the first set on the strength of a 14-5 run to end the first set.
Adorador challenging the blockers of Cargo Mover. Ang lalaki ng blockers niya, si Abby Maranyo and si Kiana D. Pero nakita natin yung tapang nitong ni EJ na hindi siya naiilang na good blockers yung nasa harap niya. Talagang gagamitin niya yung mga kamay ng blockers niya to get the point.
7 service errors. And the timing is also another thing sa dulo nitong second set as they look for a commanding lead.
Na 1-point lead na lang si F2.
Oh, the comeback. Kim Fajardo is coming in to serve. And Chloe Cortez, the spark from UST, who loves that energy that she brings off the bench for UST, is on the court. Kim Fajardo will set, and she is back. It's good to see Kim Fajardo back here. That is the 8th service error. Baka nakakawindang ba yun sa kalaban? Paling na parang na-disrupt yata itong service ng Chery nung nakita may nangyari dun sa kabila sa impact of Kim Fajardo coming in.
Actually, ano yan totoo yan na yung mga timeouts and substitution ng mga coaches, talagang minsan magaganda ng mga timing, nakakakuha yan ng parang nasisira yung momentum ng kalaban nyo dahil puputulin mo puputulin mo yung momentum dahil mag-sub ka, mag-timeout ka. And ito, nakita din natin, good substitution also for Coach Bokbok dahil nag-sub siya dahil dalawa na lang yung spikers nila in front and they want to have a 3 spikers in front para ma-maximize nila yung mga rotations dahil last 2 points na lang to end this set.
Kim, her first set here in the Premier Volleyball League. And it is, hindi naman siya pinaya ni Abby Maranyo, who tips it to zone 1.
Yeah, si F2 ngayon, 3 yung frontliners nila versus 2 lang ni Chery Tiggo. And last point na ngayon ng Cargo Movers.
Right at the corner. And right on the line. Maranyo serving. Set point for F2. EJ in the middle. Saving 1 set point. Taking it to the mind of Kim Fajardo right now. You're coming back from an injury, Paneng. So much attention on you. What is she thinking? Is she nervous? Is this jitters?
For sure, nakakabayan because everyone's talaga, inaabangan yung comeback niya. But, as a professional athlete, normal na yan, nakabahan ka. Pero you have to do your job. Kailangan mo mag-focus. Wag mong hahayaan mawala yung tiwala sa'yo ng coach and your teammates. And you know naman kung ano yung mga kaya mong ipakita.
And speaking of focus, F2 laser-like in terms of their focus, regardless of whether it's Iris who's setting or now Cap, who has come back with a couple of excellent sets and gives them a 2-0 lead here in game number 2 of your Friday doubleheader for your PVL 2022 Open Conference live here on One Sports. We're back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in Manila for game number 2 of your Friday double dip. Earlier today, Choco Mucho made their debut here in the PVL and they won against Black Mamba Army. And they suffered their second straight loss. Right now, speaking of second straight, F2 Logistics Cargo Movers with 2 straight wins in terms of the sets. So they're up 2-0. Chery Tiggo has tried everything. They have substituted, they have called the timely timeouts, and they have, you know, made some headway Paneng na humahabol, pero hindi sila makalamang. At obviously, hindi sila makapanalo ng set so far. But as you know, in volleyball, Paneng, it ain't over till it's over. It ain't over until you pocket 3 sets. But tell me what your thoughts are about set number 2.
Same lang din yung nangyari sa Chery Tiggo nung first set na nagkakapaan sila. They're not talking to one another. The communication of the team was not there. And ang daming naging errors na mga easy ball, na mga drop balls na binibigay ng Cargo Movers pero hindi nakukuha yun ng Chery Tiggo. That's why si Coach Aaron then keeps on reminding the team na mag-usap kayo, you know, pinapractice natin to, mag-establish kayo ng mga blockings, gamitin nyo yung mga blockers, attack, tapangan nyo. So, ito na nga, nakikita natin yung statistics. Actually, same lang yung attacks nila with 13 points for both teams. Yung blocks, lumamang pa si Chery with 4 blocks. But the service aces, yun na nga, si F2. Nakadalawang service ace versus 1 ni Chery. And errors, 8 for Chery Tiggo and only mas less yung nakuha doon ni F2. So, if Chery Tiggo wants to win this set or get to set win, kailangan nilang makinig kay Coach Aaron, sundin nila yung mga reminders and enjoy nila itong game na to because since the first set, parang hindi natin sila nakitang nag-enjoy. Hindi natin sila nakitang nagtulong-tulong, makabawi kagad sa mga errors. Ang daming mga donuts na nangyari, mga drop balls, pero hindi sila maka-adjust kagad. So that's something na tinitake advantage ng F2. And now here in the third set, si Kim Fajardo na yung nag-start. Siya na yung nagsiset ngayon for the team.
And the fans behind us, well, not fans, but the team officials ng F2 who are here with us are so happy. 2 excellent sets. You know, another point there at the net in the joust, and now she's serving. This is the most ideal comeback for her so far. And let's see kung makapag-refocus itong Chery Tiggo, Paneng, with everything that is happening on the court right now.
Nakita natin yung last 2 points na yun ng second set na si Kim Fajardo yung nag-set na kahit na misreceive siya, malayo sa net yung bola, talagang pinapatuloy niya yung mga middle spikers niya kasi isi-set niya yun kahit pangit yung bolang nakuha or I mean from reception or defense. That's one strength din ni Kim, no? Na minsan ina-expect natin na misreceive na yan, pangit na yung depensa, pangit yung hatid sa setter, wala nang middle blocker na papalo dyan. But with Kim, na na-master niya yung set na yon, kahit gaano kapangit yung bola, masiset niya yan sa kanyang middle spikers.
This is a crucial part of the match, the start of the third set. F2 looking to really step on the gas pedal while Chery Tiggo hindi pwedeng magpabaon dito. If they want to make, they need to come back and make this a little more competitive and not make it easy as a service error is given by Kim Fajardo. So the first point of Chery Tiggo here is a free point awarded by F2. Coach A trying to rally the girls into a comeback. And Coach Bok right now looking at sitting on a 2-0 lead. And another service error. That is the 9th for Chery Tiggo.
Yeah, it's already the third set, no? Boom. Pero ang dami pa rin nila dami pa rin nila nagagawang service error. So, I think sa ngayon, muna sila, mag-relax muna sila. Wag sila masyadong ma-pressure. Actually, parang nabanggit din ni Coach Bok kanina na naghahabol yung Chery. Ipapasok lang nila yung service nila. But sa nangyayari ngayon, papasok na lang yung serve pero nagkakaroon pa ng error so napupunta yung score sa F2. Kaya nahihirapan makabawi ngayon yung Chery.
We haven't seen Dindin Santiago Manapat in a while. And she's still not on the court right now. Wala rin si Maylene Paat. Coach A is working with his bench as Shaya Adorador goes cross-court.
Masyado nang iniwas sa blockers niya. Si Majoy Baron and si Kiana actually yung blockers in front.
5-2. Majoy will be serving. Mylene Pad on your screens. Still going through conditioning, as you said. Trying to ease her in to the PVL. While Dindin Santiago Manabat still on the bench also. The deficit is 3. Layug this time. A cross-court shot from the right pin, which is not as easy as it looks. Paneng knows a thing or two about these things.
Actually, ang ganda ng mga variation ng spikes nito ni Layog. Kanina, down the line, cross-court, or meron din siya super cross-court like nung last point niya.
Calf to Abby. Oh, nice hand there. Good reflexes by Angeles. Makandili. And nobody home. That's a rarity here. Para sa F2, we haven't seen a lot of that. Usually, they get a hand, a foot, a leg on it.
Oo. Ngayon, pero itong coverage ng F2, wala. Lahat.
Tinginan,
Oo, tatlo na sila nandun, pero nagtinginan. Pero yun na nga yung ang importante sa team sport, no? Is yung communication. And palagi din nire-remind ng mga coaches yan na wag mo nang tignan yung teammates mo. Kung nasa harap mo na, kunin mo na yan. Kahit magkabungguan kayo, kunin mo na yan. Basta mataas nyo lang yung bola.
KKD, though, getting the side out via the opposite attack from the right pin. 6 will be serving 4. She was the best player of the previous match, as we talked about. She was the best player of the previous league that they joined in, the Champions League. And it was Chery Tiggo that they met in the finals. They beat them 25-22, 25-22, and 25-20.
Medyo madami na nga yung pipe attacks ang Chery Tiggo crossovers. But then, hindi lang nahatid ng maayos yung set. Kaya usually din, kaya nagkakaroon ng error.
Oh, pancake by Makandili. They reverse it. It is Dawn and Cap asking for it. Does it drop? Yes, it does.
Yes, it was inside spike there from Kim Fajardo. Yan yung maganda kay Kim. Hindi lang siya pang setter. Actually, pwede na rin siya pang spiker.
Yes. But the most ideal comeback is what's happening right now, is what we are witnessing. And everybody happy for her. She's setting, she's scoring, and she's enjoying. And more importantly, F2 so far is winning. Sulit saya ang inyong panonood kasama ang Sulit TV Entertainment, Sports, News, and Information. Andito lahat, mapapanood ang TV5, One Sports, One PH, at lahat ng free-to-air channels. Siksik na, digital at malinaw pa sa halagang 780 pesos lang. Tumawag sa 0288885555 o maaari rin pumunta sa Pining Authorized Stores nationwide. Mabibili rin sa Shopee at Lazada. Bisitahin ang Sulit TV Facebook page para sa iba pang mga detalye. Ano pang hinihintay nyo? Pili na ng Sulit TV, powered by TV5. Let's go to Janine Choi right now while we are on timeout. Janine, go ahead.
Iris Tolenada prepared for today's game with her usual pre-game routine and a healthy bowl of salad. Despite facing the defending champion today, she said she's chilling out and not letting any pressure get to her. Earlier, Iris also enthusiastically talked about how grateful she is to play the same setter position as Kim Fajardo, saying Kim being one of the best people to work with. Iris is just really happy with the good vibes and energy she shares with Kim, especially when they're together at the gym, training together and learning from each other. Back to you guys.
Perfect timing on your report, Janine Choi. Thank you very much. As Iris Tolenada now sits on the bench, enjoying the success that is Kim Fajardo, the success of the comeback so far. Look at that. She has come up with 10 excellent sets. Etong si Iris Tolenada, and Kim Fajardo now has taken over the job. It's 9-5. It's been a roller coaster of a 7-year career so far. Iris told me here in Philippine volleyball, she went back to the US twice, already thinking maybe she will not be back here in the Philippines until she, finally decided in 2019 to take that leap of faith. Now, when she comes back, she's going to come back for good and really make something out of it. And, she was a Philippine team member already, 2015, 2021, and now another Philippine team stint for her. So I think that leap of faith worked out for Iris Tolenada for F2.
Yeah, actually, ang ganda din ng pinapakita nga ni Iris dito with F2, no? Well, Kim now is setting for the team, but nung first 2 sets, ang ganda ng mga distribution ng mga sets ni Iris for the team. Nagagamit niya lahat ng mga spikers niya na a lot of plays, a lot of even the pipe attack nagagawa din niya.
Funny enough, as we see Joy Dacoron here, 6-10 is our score. In the national team, the recent national team where Iris Tolenada was a part of, her roommate, which she established a very deep connection with, is her opponent right now, Mylene Paat, of Chery Tiggo. Napakalalim daw ng relationship that they built in their training bubble, talking about Mylene and Iris. And when I asked about each other, they had nothing but glowing words to say about each other, Mylene and Iris Tolenada. As we are at 12-6 right now, Lumer Parahillo on your screens, our second referee. 6-point lead. F2 seems to be cruising. What can Chery Tiggo still do here, Paneng?
Yun yung hindi pa natin nakikita since the first set, no? Yung tuloy-tuloy na communication ng team and yung i-enjoy nila yung game na to. Kasi parang ngayon, until now, third set na, parang medyo tight pa sila, right? Na, hindi pa, ang dami pa nilang mga hindi nakukuha na madalas na nangyayari, yung mga drop balls, yung coverage, and also the service errors na yun na nga ilang beses natin nababanggit, naghahabol sila ng scores. And pag nasa service area ka, you just have to take your time, just have to relax dahil once na makuha mo na yung tamang contact mo sa bola, yung range mo, yung kung gaano mo kalakas mo sa serve, doon mo na makuha onti-onti yung confidence na anytime na nasa service area ka, okay na, makakuha na ako ng puntos dito.
8-12 is the score. Jasmine Nabor trying to get their team back here in set number 3. Paneng, what if you were to guess, if I were to ask you, what is Coach A thinking by having no Mylene Paat or Dindin Santiago Manabat on the court for quite a long time already? What do you think if you were to guess as that spike goes out for Tim Tiamzon?
No, for sure, Coach Aaron, meron siyang malaki yung trust niya sa mga team, sa players niya.
Bench,
And alam mo yung nagte-training naman sila everyday. Alam na nila kung paano sila gumalaw sa loob ng court para panalo yung set or yung game. So, yung tiwala talaga ni Coach Aaron nandun. Kahit wala si Mylene, wala si Dindin,
Okay.
he knows na magsi-step up yung mga bench players niya. And nakita natin since the second set na ang ganda ng pinapakita ni Shaya Dorador, ni Layog, even EJ Laure, ang ganda din. So, basta magtuloy-tuloy lang itong teamwork ni Chery. And yan, nakita natin, pag naka-point na sila, nag-e-enjoy na sila. Ituloy-tuloy lang nila yan. Makakadikit sila ng point. Makakadikit sila sa score ng F2.
Again, we emphasize the fact that yung format natin for this PVL 2022 Open Conference na naglalaro tayo araw-araw except for Saturdays, the bench is going to be very crucial for all teams. Kaya nga, teams like Choco, Mucho, Signal, PLDT, diba, they all stacked up and really boosted their bench. In the meantime, right now, we are at 10-13. Again, another dive by Macandili, which ends up with a point by Kiana D and might end up as a play of the match so far. Let's look at it again.
Another pancake save dito kay Don Macandili. Alam mo, madaming beses natin nakikita yung pancake na yan na akala mo hindi na niya makukuha. But we know Don na talagang ibabato niya yung katawan niya para lang mataas yung bola. So that's good spike na yon ni Tin Tiamzon. We have to give credit na hindi masiset yon ni Kim kay Tin kung wala yung magandang save ni Don.
How many times have we seen that? A Don save a Kim Fajardo set and then an attacker from F2. Mamili ka kung sino. Hindi ipinahiya yung save
Oo,
ni Don
talagang
Macandili.
bibigyan nila ng hustisya. Kumbaga, as in, maganda yung teamwork na pinakita.
Micah Ortiz this time. Having said all of that, Paneng, Chery Tiggo's only down 3 here. 11 serving 14. Nice dive by EJ and a nice dig. Don will set it up. Shola Alvarez comes in. Instant impact from the bench from the recruits of F2. Napapasok lamang. Nabigyan ni Macandili. And she finds a crack in that wall. Layug not solid for her arms on that block.
Shola challenged the blockers of Chery Tiggo. Kita mo tumalsik talaga yung spike niya na yun.
Oh, that was overset there by Nabor to Arian Layug. So again, another 5-point separation between F2 and Chery Tiggo. 16-11 is our score. We will be back. Fully Alive, Champions for Life. Abangan ng pagpabalik ng UAAP at panoorin ng Season 84. Men's Basketball, March 26 ang ating simula tuwing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. Live sa One Sports and UAAP Varsity Channel. Available on Signal TV Channel 263 HD and on Signal Play. As we resume play here in the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center with Chery Tiggo getting a point and the side out after that 16-11 second technical timeout. So now 12 will be serving 16. And the big story here is Kim Fajardo coming in towards the end of the second set. They get the set and now she's still in and playing like she hasn't missed a beat. Although, Shola Alvarez, 2 straight points para sa kanila. And again, as I've been saying, they're always within striking distance, but F2 always with a good response to win during the first 2 sets. Let's see if the same story will unfold here in set number 3. Tinulak. And somebody touched on it. I think it is KKD.
Yeah, nagkaroon ng giggle factor doon dahil over na yung bola na nasa side na yun ng cargo mover. So nagkaroon na din ng miscommunication actually kay Ana and kay Abby.
Coach Bok will call a quick timeout here as the lead is down to 2.
Malapit yung receive, okay? Huwag niyo masyadong ma-stress dun sa receive. Tataas lang, hayaan nyo, bigyan nyo lang ng loop, magagawa ng parang ng setter. Okay, then offense lahat, yung offensive natin, kailangan kukuha ng puntos kagad. Ganun lang.
Okay tayo ah. Puto na agad. F2! Reverse!
(16-14) is our score. And that is what Paneng mentioned about timing of timeouts and substitutions. Sometimes it's really to break momentum, to ice the server, to disrupt the flow, and that is a classic example of my partner here saying what she said earlier.
Yan, napansin na yun ni Coach Bok. 2 na lang yung puntos na lamang ng cargo movers. Kaya tama na din na nag-timeout siya and pinaalalahanan niya yung team dahil malakas mag-serve si Layog. She's one of the best servers ng crossovers and kaya nahihirapan mag-receive itong cargo movers. But yun na nga, coming from a timeout, hindi nakakuha ng tamang timing din doon si Layog sa service area. Masyado na siya nanggigil kaya outside yung service niya.
That's 12 service errors, by the way, for Chery Tiggo. So 12 free points to F2 as Shola Alvarez. That's a little wide on the down the line.
Back to 2-point lead na lang ni Cargo Movers. I think si Shola medyo nangangapa pa siya ngayon kung saan niya papaluin yung bola dahil kanina nagamit niya yung blockers niya. Off the block yung spike niya. But then ito, overcook yung down the line niya, nag-outside.
Running attack. Specialty of the house. Nakakaraming high five na to si Abby Maranyo kay Coach Boca.
Oo, yan yung mga, like what I mentioned, yan talaga yung favorite na palo ni Abby. That's her strength, yung slide attack.
Shola Alvarez on deck. Former NCAA Most Valuable Player who also was with PLDT last year, the 2021 Premier Volleyball League. Shola unable to catch this one. Hopefully she's safe. Yes, she is. Former NCAA MVP. And her team up 18-16. As Joy Tacron will serve. Maylene Paat is back on the floor para sa Chery Tiggo, who are on the verge of losing 2 straight. Good play there as Micah Ortiz saw what Kim Fajardo was trying to do. She was trying to do a second ball put away. Let's look at that again.
Yeah, it was good intention there by Kim Fajardo. Ang ganda ng timing niya. But mas maganda yung timing ni Micah Ortiz. Basang-basa niya si Kim dun sa drop ball na yon.
1-point lead. Tiamzon in between the blockers. Alvarez able to dig it up. EJ overcooks the cross court.
Yeah, masyado niyang iniwasan yung blockers niya because she saw Abby Maranyo there in the middle and Kim Fajardo, both good blockers for Cargo Movers. And we know also the strength of EJ Laure talaga is yung cross court. But yung nag-work kanina for the first 2 sets for her is china-challenge na talaga yung blockers niya. You know, papaluin niya palabas, papatalsikin niya yung spike niya sa blockers niya. But this time, overcook that open spike for her. Masyadong iniwasan.
A lot of out-of-system plays happening right now. Let's see who wins this point. Fajardo able to save it. Tiamzon sends it to the other side. Ortiz swipes it over and gets the point and cuts the lead down to 1. 18 will be serving 19. Let's look at that play once again.
Yeah, that was a long rally actually for both squads. Yung last play na yun nga lang. Madami na tayo nakikita na hindi nakukuha na drop ball in the middle. Not just for F2 but also for Chery Tiggo. And yun na din yung nakakakuha ng puntos for their team. I think they need to maximize on that play and yung hatid na maayos ng crossover sa mga spikers niya, yung makakatulong din sa kanila.
That is the 13th service error for Chery Tiggo.
Natawa na lang doon si Coach Aaron because 13 service errors, that's a lot already. Free scores na yon para sa Cargo Movers. Lalo na ngayon, naghahabol sila ng puntos. We're almost at the end of the set and that's something na kailangan mong iwasan.
Nakaka-frustrate din, ano?
Oo, nakaka-frustrate. But ngayon, nagkaroon sila ng error sa service area but binawi naman kagad ng Chery Tiggo. Yun yung mga kailangan na din nilang idagdag ngayon is yung paano kayo makabawi kagad para hindi lumaki yung lamang ng Cargo Movers.
At huwag sayangin yung mga play na ganyan with another service error.
That's
Yun na
right.
nga, yun ang importante as EJ Laure. 6 points today, 9 points in the first match. You know, competition aside, Paneng, and I know the competition is intense, a 2-point lead again by F2 here in the third set. But just from a fan standpoint, it's just great to see EJ Laure back playing, Kim Fajardo back playing the sport that they love so much. The two will Kim has been out for a while. EJ was out for 2 years. He came back and played 2 games in the UAP until the pandemic happened all of a sudden. So it's just good to see them and play very well, enjoy themselves out there on the court. In the meantime, it's 21-19 for F2. Buding, bump set, the push by Adorador. KKD puts it away.
Over the block there for Kiana. Na late doon ng spike, ng block si Ortiz. That's why naiwan mag-isa si Adorador. Kita ni Kiana na naman na naiwanan ng naiwanan ang middle blocker. Kaya ang ganda ng palo na yun in between the blockers of Chery Tiggo.
That was the 11th point of Kim Kiana D, which prompts this Chery Tiggo timeout.
Alam naman natin kung sino eh. Basta ang mangyayari ha, huwag kakalimutan yung initial. Nag-load na yung pattern natin. Huwag magkakagulo. Let's go, let's go.
One last-ditch stand para dito kay Coach A and the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Lost in 4 sets against the boosted Signal HD Spikers. And now the newcomers playing their second professional match, F2 Logistics, won in 4 sets against Black Mamba Army, looking to win in 3 here today. But Arian Layog says, nope, not just yet.
Yeah, 2 points ahead pa lang ang F2 Logistics. Kaya-kaya habulin ng Chery Tiggo. Basta they'll take the score 1 point at a time. Huwag sila magmamadali. Huwag sila mapipressure. Makakadikit sila ng score.
Joey Cortez from UST. Mike Ortiz from UST. Now both playing. And the call is...
The point goes to Chery Tiggo kasi nag-attempt mag-block si Kim Fajardo
Si Kim,
doon.
okay.
Yeah, she was a backliner because of a
Right.
over-reception from Tiamzon.
So this was a perfect timeout by Coach A. They cut the lead down to 1. But Majoy Baron gives them another 2-point lead, and they are 2 points away from taking win number 2.
Over the blockers there for Majoy Baron. Kita mo yung set. As in, hinabol ni Kim yung approach ni Majoy. Fast set yon for Majoy and hindi na nakahabol yung blockers.
Kim Fajardo really looking like she hasn't missed a beat. Tough back set. And it's rejected by Shola Alvarez for the match point.
Good timing yung blocking ni Shola Alvarez. Basang-basa niya si Layug. Yung spike ni Layug doon na cross-court. I think it's important talaga na maging okay yung timing. Kahit hindi ka ganun katangkad, matangkad ka, yung timing talaga, yung technique para makuha mo yung solid block na yun.
EJ keeps it alive. And it is Layug has been so good off the bench for Chery Tiggo, really.
Oo, as in, kita mo na, nabanggit ko kanina yung variations ng spikes niya. Kahit na solid block siya ni Shola, nasa isip niya, nababawi ako, hindi pwedeng magtatapos to dito. Kaya yun, yung spike niya na yun, ang ganda ng placement sa down the line. Nakita niya walang defender doon from the cargo movers.
They continue to fight here. Match point saved. Shola down the line. Layug was there. Bump set. Angeles saves it. Sa gitna, Tacoron. And a chance here for F2. They go to Shola. Off speed. It's still alive. Kim chooses Abby. And Abby, the captain, gives F2 win number 2 in your Premier Volleyball League Open Conference.
Ang ganda nung last point na yon. Nakita natin talagang all out na si Chery Tiggo, masave yung bola. But si Cargo Movers gusto na itong tapusin itong game na to. From variations, drop ball, strong spike, ginagawa na nila lahat para matapos. But yun na nga, okay sana nahawakan ni Joy yung bola, napabagal na yun. But wala nang coverage for Chery Tiggo. And good game here for the Cargo Movers.
The bench also for F2 playing well. Chloe Cortez, Shola Alvarez, and the bench player, Kim Fajardo. with some major impact. There's your final scores, the confirmation of the win, 25-16, 25-23, 25-22. We will be back to wrap this baby up. We're back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center, Manila, for the wrap-up of this second game of your doubleheader. Match number 6 on day 3 ends up with F2 leading or make that winning in straight sets, 25-16, 25-23, 25-22. Your quick thoughts on the win?
Ang ganda nung pinakita ng F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. As in, from the start of the game, makita mo talaga sila na they want to win this game. And tulong-tulong sila not just in the offense side but also in the defense side. Lahat ng mga errors na nagagawa nila, for sure may pambawi sila. We see here Tin Tiamzon with 10 points, 8 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace. Everyone's contributing, not just Tin actually. Also, Kim Kianadi, Majoy Baron, Abby Maranyo. Yung defense ni Don Macandili was on point. And not si Shola Alvarez, who also came from the bench. Ang ganda din yung pinakita niya latter part ng third set. And of course, Kim Fajardo. Siya na yung nag-set na yun ng buong third set.
Definitely a team win, but we have to pick a best player. And Janine Choi is with Tin Tiamzon.
Well, congratulations. So my question is, how do you think were you guys able to defeat the defending champions in 3 straight sets?
I think it's a big deal that we as a team have one mindset and one goal, and so we work towards that goal. So each game is different, of course, so we just keep on working hard.
So winning your first 2 games here in the conference, how will you avoid complacency facing Signal on Sunday?
We just prepare a new game. A new game is always a different kind of mindset, different kind of preparation. So on to the next game, one game at a time.
And dahil ikaw ang player of the game, is there anyone you want to greet?
First of all, I want to greet Coach Ramil, who's not here with us, but hi, Coach. Tapos my family in Canada, Marikina and Coronadal. Also to the F2 babies, hi.
There you have it, our player of the game, Tin Tiamzon. Back to you guys.
Janine, sorry about that, and congratulations. Great work, Janine, today, and of course, congratulations, Tim Tiamzon. We have to somehow mention the comeback of Kim Fajardo. We can.
Ang ganda ng mga sets ni Kim Fajardo. I mentioned to you kanina din, boom, na sobrang kilala na ni Kim yung mga spikers niya. Alam na niya kung anong klaseng set yung ibibigay niya sa kanila. At nakita mo, kahit tahimik lang si Kim sa loob, pero yung leadership niya, yung pag-usap niya sa mga teammates niya, talaga makikita mo na yung presence niya was with the F2 cargo movers.
She came in towards the end of the second set and played the whole of the third set, which you are watching right now.
That's right. And yung mga sets na binibigay niya sa mga middle blockers, yung mga misreception na pangit na defense, pangit yung dating na hatid ng bola kay Kim, pero nagagawan pa rin niya ng paraan. Kaya yung mga spikers niya, alam nila na pasok lang kayo ng pasok, tuloy lang kayo sa play, andyan si Kim, isa-set niya yung bola.
It's a perfect comeback, actually, no? Parang no pressure. Iris Tolenada played spectacular in the first set, and then towards the end of the second set, she comes back. She continues the momentum that Iris has built for F2. And of course, you know, the best part of that, and I'm sure, Paneg, you can relate to this, it's the fact that the whole team celebrated and was very happy for her and for the things that she did on the court. And finally, just from a number standpoint, this is what we're going to see in this 3-set win for F2.
Yeah, looking at the match summary, F2 won via straight sets, and yung attack points, actually malapit lang, right? Hindi naman malaki yung lamang ng cargo movers with 35 and 33 of the crossovers. Yung block points, 4 kay cargo movers, 7 sa crossovers. But yung digs, nakita natin na 57 versus 52 ng Chery Tiggo. Kasi yun na nga, yung ugali ng cargo movers is talagang tuloy-tuloy lang kayo. Kahit anong parte ng katawan gamitin nyo para lang mataas yung bola. And everyone's there to cover and to defend the ball. And for the aces, ito yung madami na palagi natin binabanggit, yung service errors ng crossovers na tinok advantage naman ng F2 cargo movers with 6 service aces and 1 lang ng crossovers. And yung opponent errors ngayon, mataas pa din. 30 ng Chery Tiggo and 20 lang ng cargo movers.
Now remember, we play every day, but we do take a rest one day. Saturday, we will take a rest. But on Sunday, we come back again. And boy, what a game on Sunday. F2 Logistics, looking for their 3rd win, will go up against a team that feels confident about themselves this year, the Signal HD Spikers. Again, a huge win over the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. And if you're Chery Tiggo, you're down 2-0 or 0-2 in this tournament so far, or in this conference rather, and then ang makakalaban mo, another giant in Choco Mucho Flying Titans. That will be the 6 p.m. game on Sunday. And that's all going to be live on here at the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in Manila. And of course, on One Sports. So we hope that you join us because, as Paneng mentioned, walang pahinga, tuloy-tuloy ang aksyon, and every match will count. Paneng, it was great to see you, and we love how you broke down the games today.
Yeah, thank you, Boom. And exciting na yung mga darating na mga games on Sunday. Nabanggit mo nga, 0-2 ngayon si Chery Tiggo, but dapat hindi nila yun gawin na bawi sila for the next game.
We'll see you next time for more of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball.